dangerous wildfires, like the fast-moving Canyon wildfire in California. You see it on your screen there. This one ignited yesterday afternoon just north of Los Angeles, has already burned nearly 5,000 acres. Thousands are now under mandatory evacuation orders in LA and Ventura counties as firefighters work to contain the fire.
NBC Washington meteorologist Amelia Draper will have your full forecast in just a moment. But first, let's get to NBC's Steve Patterson there in Los Angeles. And Steve, where do things stand right now? What's the latest on the efforts to contain that fire?
Well, thankfully now, Christine, there are containment numbers, 25% contained. What a difference a few hours make. The winds really died down overnight, allowing firefighters to make significant progress, pushing that fire further to the east. That's away from the big city center there. But still, though, I mean, we are looking at another 100-degree day. I can feel the heat right now. It's permeating. And then meanwhile, you're talking about an area filled with miles of this rife, dry brush. The heat, obviously, sort of leading to the disastrous situation out there, but also the humidity very low. If we get another surge of these winds, the wind gusts, the fire conditions prime for that fire to continue to keep spreading, and the evacuations, of course, still on the ground. 2,700 residents in that evac zone, 700 structures. If you add in the warnings, though, that is thousands and thousands more. Thankfully, no injuries so far, but we're looking at a banner year for fires right now. 22,000 acres of burn so far this year alone. You compare that with last year, you just had 83,000 acres. Conditions have been really, really poor for these fires, and that's the reason why we've seen them to continue to spread. And this is just one of dozens of fires burning in the area. The Gold Fire, the Gifford Fire, the Rosa Fire, all of them clustered in southern and central California. Thousands of firefighters on the front lines right now, just in this state alone, but that's not even considering Colorado, Arizona, these fires burning across the region. Guys?
Yeah, all right, Steve, thank you. Amelia, how are conditions today for firefighters trying to get this all under control?
Well, Kate and Christine, the good news is that right now the winds are fairly light. You can see they're only at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. And as you just heard from Steve, this fire now 25% contained. To give you an idea of the size at nearly 5,000 acres, that's about half the size of Manhattan. But the temperatures not helping firefighters today, with highs there potentially up to 105 and really low relative humidity. So it's super dry out there. Now the winds are starting to pick up a little bit. That could help to spread the fire. Wind gusts today potentially up to 30 miles an hour around the Canyon fire. We talk about the heat alerts impacting a good portion of the country. The oranges and the pinks here are heat advisories or more serious heat warnings right now. Phoenix already in the triple digits. 51 million people are under some sort of heat alert. The heat continues into the weekend. Here's a look. Each city you see on this map, this could have a record high temperature through the weekend. So this includes Palm Springs, back through Phoenix, Albuquerque, up through Denver, back into Dodge City. This heat will also start to spread toward the east. Why? Because we have this area of high pressure that extends from the deserts up through the Great Lakes. And this is allowing this heat to just expand northward. High temperatures today running about 5 to 20 degrees above normal. We'll continue to see this heat tracking towards the east throughout the weekend. So while it's been super comfortable here in the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, we're going to see things heat up next week. But to give you an idea, tomorrow, Milwaukee, a high temperature of 90, 89 in Cleveland. Kate and Christine.
All right, Amelia Draper, Steve Patterson, thank you so much. President Trump is hosting leaders from Armenia and Azerbaijan at the White House today. They're there to sign a peace treaty that would end a decades-long